Hey everybody, welcome back to PlumFiggy. This is Tammy. Alright, so today I have I thought I'd just come on and show you what I've been working on lately. I got 3 new Christmas journals. Obviously the same size and shape, which is a little bit slightly different from what I've done in the past. Actually, this was inspired by Pink Oddbird. She recently had a video where she was showing us her October daily journals, and she showed one that or a couple that she had made for herself, and it was this taller, thinner style, and it really kind of got my wheels a turning, and I thought, ooh, I like that. I like where she's going there. So I kind of took that thought and decided to do some Christmas journals. The main paper that I used is from 3 different paper pads from Hobby Lobby, and these are the 8.5 by 11 size. And pretty much what I did was I took each scrapbook page in here is one of these, and it's just folded I didn't cut it or anything. So each of these is going to be 11 inches high for the paper, and then half of 8.5 is 4 1/4. So 4 1/4 inches wide by 11 inches high. And as you can see, we've got 3 very different styles. So this one's kind of like a cutesy retro modern, I guess. This one's very much modern, and then this one's more of a classic kind of watercolor theme. So depending on what style you like will depend on which one that you might want to get. Okay, so I guess this one's on top. I'm sure you're all kind of very curious about this one. So let's get started with this, and I'll put these 2 off to the side. Alright, so as you can see, the cover of this is really, really cute black and white stripe. It's a fabric cover, and it is, I wouldn't say, it's not as hard as bookboard, but it's also pretty sturdy. I've got this really cute hot pink ribbon wrapped around just to close it off, and along the edges I did a magenta color thread, just as, I guess, a decorative detail on this one. And then this one has 3 signatures, the others have 4, and this one I did sew the signatures into the spine. The others are more of a traveler's notebook style. So let's go ahead and crack this one open. So obviously, as you can tell, this one is the more modern look. I love this front and back covers and how this turned out. Yeah, so really, really cute. I didn't do any page decorations or anything, so all 3 of these are going to be naked journals, and mostly going to be kind of scrapbook papers, notebook papers. I didn't do any coffee or tea dyeing in here. Here you can see there's some fun notebook paper. So I'm not going to scroll through every single page maybe. Here we have some calligraphy paper, and this is some frosted vellum paper. These are going to be perfect if you like to do a December daily. These are going to be perfect for that. So here is from a magazine on, you know, the cross-stitch magazines that you might have gotten in the 80s, or like me, my grandma got them in the 80s, and I looked at them. It's kind of the same thing, only for porcelain painting on porcelain. So a couple of pages from those throughout each journal. I'm doing a horrible job of flipping through here quickly, aren't I? So this one just repeats. It's the same papers on both sides. So here's signature number 2. As you can see, there's lots of room for adding photos, adding your own ephemera, adding pockets. These are going to expand with you. This is a book page from a really old book from, I think, the early 1920s. It's kind of like a crafty book for kids to do. So that's what this is. This is from Me and My Big Ideas Happy Planner. Here we've got some kids writing paper. So really cute papers throughout. We got some vintage ledger paper here. So that is signature 3. So it's the same papers, just on the reverse. Here's this book page. Really cute. I love I love the designs of this paper pad. It's just really cute. All right, so then here's signature number 3. So yeah, lots of fun, lots of room for adding all of your own ephemera and memories, or if you like to use these as writing journals, there's plenty of space to write in here. Or if you wanted to use this as an art journal, how cute would that be? Okay, this is a page from a book on how to draw or paint. I can't remember which one, if it was just drawing or painting, but I picked some pages that were more wintry, evergreen type theme. So that one, I think I have one of those in each one of these journals. So yeah, so again, we got some of that sparkly vellum, and that's the back side of those. All right, so that's the first one. It's the modern one. Let's take a look at this one. This is the vintage, modern, retro, I don't know how you want to say it, with an ivory satin ribbon. The cover of this one is a really cool olive green colored fabric, and there's no decorations on there. If you wanted to add your own decorations, it would be super cute. You could add like a pocket here or what have you. This one, I did use just twine to keep the signatures in. I'll show you that when we get to the center of the first signature and kind of talk a little bit more about that. So on this one, we have a pocket in the front and a pocket in the back. This is cardstock on top of a file folder, so they're pretty sturdy. And let's go ahead and get flipping through this one. So this one, I did use a little bit more vintage papers where I thought it made sense. Again, here's that paper on, or the book page on how to draw. So there may be a couple of those in here. I can't remember off the top of my head. So, but yeah, lots of really fun typography in this one. Here is another one from that same old book. I decided to make this the inside page so that you could see the full image. And now here is, okay, so what I did was each of these signatures is removable, and they are sewn together on their own. So think of it like a really tall traveler's notebook, right? So the way that I've got them held in here is just with this twine. If that's not what you want, I will go ahead and when you purchase this, leave me a note. I'll go ahead and change that out with some elastic instead. So it's up to you. They're held in there pretty well. And actually, I don't think you would need to untie this. You could just pull the signature out to work on it. But yeah, just let me know what your preference is when you're ordering, and I will get that taken care of for you. So I know some people may not like that. We got some vintage ledger here, some really pretty colored notebook paper. So yeah, just the back sides of what we saw before. So here is signature 2. This one is not connected to the other one. So like you could see, you can easily pull that out. Here's another page from that how to paint on porcelain. Another book page from a Christmas book that I have. Some more of that vintage ledger. This is some of that scrapbook paper. Some vintage Christmas music from a kid's Christmas book. How cute is that? With the writing in there. It's really fun. So here's number 2. And I won't go through each of these. I mean, it's the same on both sides. Signature number 3. So a lot of the same thing. Here's the cover of that music book. I think it's Kitty's Christmas or something like that. I can't remember what it was called, but how fun. Really pretty. This is from Happy Planner. I did cut off the tab. You could add that back if you wanted to, but it's from December. It's not from this year. But thought I'd use December pages for this. So, and again, another page from How to Draw. This is from like this cross stitch and the porcelain magazines. This one was one for learning how to make lace. So, kind of a fun little, those are lace patterns, I guess. And here's the center of that signature. And I'll just kind of quickly flip through so you can kind of see, yep, Kitty's Christmas. See the rest of those. And then last signature here starts with the pretty evergreen trees. Some more of that kids' writing paper. I think this is the back page from a different music book, maybe. Some more learning how to paint on porcelain. But yeah, I love how folding these papers in this way, you get to use the entire vertical height of some of the papers. And like for this one, I would have hated to have to cut that right in the middle because you didn't get the full effect then. So kind of a neat way to do a journal. I really like that. So I'll probably do more like this. This one would be a good one to cover up if you have like a Christmas card from someone or something. But here's kind of more of a winter scene that looks really nice. And then on the inside we've got Santa Claus. So that's why I put that one there. But alright, so this is the back sides of those papers. Another one that folds out here. And that's it for this journal. So for the last one, we have the more classic or traditional, I guess, style papers. And I used another fabric on the cover of this one with some sari silk here. And this one, the sari silk was really perfect, where it's kind of like a paisley here, then transitions into this really cute polka dot. And the way that this worked out was perfect length, and this ends up being the ties on the front. So I thought that was really cute. And then this fabric is kind of like a farmhouse style, looks like wood grain, or it's supposed to, with some snowflakes, and then there's some deer. And then as you can see on each of these, I did do sewing all around the edges. This one I did a grungier look, like as you saw on the other ones, I turned over the edges of the fabric, but this one I kept the edges frayed. I just thought it worked better with the more classic traditional vintagey look. And then on this one, we have some more fabric here. This is like some music notes for the Christmas tree. And then some tracing paper over that that's been coffee dyed. And then we have some craft paper on top of that so that you can put like the date or maybe your last name or whatever you want the title of your journal to be. So that's the cover of this one. And then this one I did use elastic. And the elastics are kind of like a silver color, so really cute. So here's the inside of this, and then this one has some more of that fabric that's the music as the pocket. Sorry, I had to raise my camera up so high to get the vertical. I can't see what I'm filming. It's kind of bugging me. I'm not used to that. So, yeah, so here's the back side. Same pocket again. And then this is sewed to a file folder thickness. So it's going to be pretty strong to hold all of your goodies. So let's go ahead and get started looking at this. So again, another page from that catalog, or maybe catalog magazine on how to do porcelain. This is some paper from, why can I not remember where this is from? It'll come to me. This always happens. Always happens. I remember it right up until the second I need to say what it is, and then it leaves my head. Okay, it'll come back to me. And then here we have some Christmas recipes from a little Christmas book that I have. So fun there. Some ledger paper. Some of that scrapbook paper. And then of course we have to have more of the Christmas papers. And that pretty vellum. So this one was easier for me because it was more of a vintage look. I think I have more vintage stuff than anything else. Okay, so you see two elastic bands here. This second one is holding the second signature in. So if you didn't want to have all four of them in here, you wouldn't have to. And or if you have too much stuff, like if you stuff this too full, you could easily take two of these or any of these signatures out and use them as their own journal really easily. So all right, let me get going a little quicker here. So yep, the back side is going to be just like what we saw in the others. Really pretty. And then this is that book was not wide enough to, I didn't want to, oh my gosh, I didn't want to cut off the recipes, so I folded that page in a way that it kind of left this short little tail, but you could easily attach, I'm going to sneeze, I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me, oh my goodness. You could easily attach a card to this or make your own another little page or just keep it as decoration because it's really pretty. But yeah, that's Bo Bunny. That's what this is from. It's from a planner kit from Bo Bunny. So, yep, there's a couple of those in here like that. And obviously I won't count that as a page in the total number of pages because it's really not a page, but so yeah, so this one's pretty similar to the other one, mincemeat pie. I don't know if anyone's ever had that. I haven't. I'm not sure if I'd be all that interested in trying it either. Everything I've heard about it doesn't sound very good. But so really cute papers in here. Like I said, none of this has been decorated by me. I basically I'm doing some naked journals here. And oh, I didn't mention, so here's another one that would have the shorter page on the back side. I will have these available for sale in my Etsy shop, and I will have a link to each of them to their location on Etsy in the description box below if you're interested. Oops. Some graph paper there. Love this. I love this paper pad. It's really pretty. Oh, trying to get away here. Alright, so, and then the back side is going to be pretty much the same thing, just in reverse. Christmas fruitcake, eggnog pie. Ooh, I might try that. I have had fruitcake. Has anybody else had fruitcake? I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It wasn't terrible. It was very heavy and dense though. Not something I would go after too often, but I've eaten worse. So that's not a very good endorsement, is it? English plum pudding for that. I don't know if you're gonna have the whole recipe actually. So maybe don't try them. I'm not sure if, I don't know how well they would turn out. But, so, all right. So kind of the same thing. Showing you the back sides of the book pages, really. But yeah, lots of ledger, lots of vintage notepad papers and planner papers and lots of fun stuff. So like I said, these are going to be available in my Etsy shop, and I'll have a link in the description below. And I do have a few journals left over from last year that I got done a little bit later than was in time for Christmas. So if you're still looking for a December daily planner, I got several in my shop, and those are more decorated. These are just naked ones. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys prefer the naked journals, or do you prefer them to be more decorated? I like making the naked journals once in a while because sometimes those decorated ones can take a little while. And for me, it's kind of nice to have shorter, quicker projects. So I'll probably be doing it kind of the way that I've been doing it, where I'll have one or two decorated and then do some naked journals. Plus, I like offering some different price points too for everybody. So if you can't really afford one of the more expensive ones and would prefer to get a naked journal, I totally get that too. You know, or, you know, if you're really into art journaling and you want to decorate it yourself or what have you, a naked junk journal is a really great way to go, because I know a lot of people have read in forums for junk journals and stuff, like on Facebook, the groups. A lot of people say that they're a little bit intimidated on the whole bookmaking part of it, and I get that. It takes some practice. So if you don't have the time or don't want to take the time to learn that part of it, but you like the decorating part, great. You know, get a naked journal, because then that part's all done for you, ready to go, and then you get to do the fun part, which is the decoration and everything. So, all right, I'm going to quit fiddling with these now. So, I hope you have a great rest of your day, a great weekend. I will be, I think, doing some cleaning of the craft room and organizing and putting away, and trying to decide what my next journal might be. I think it might be a blue and white china, kind of, I don't know, I kind of got that in the back of my head. And maybe a farmhouse Christmas journal might be in the way coming up here soon too. So we'll see about that. Maybe like a shabby chic farmhouse with a little bit of bling. I don't know. Just putting a teaser out there. All right. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.